On the Crowded Table, we talk about what despicable act a police officer got caught doing, we talk about what celebrity is a total hypocrite, and we bring back one of our filthiest games.
Lily, his was Todd, she was tall and he was odd, and all the other girls said she was too fat for the squad. She just wanted friends, yo, and he just wanted broads. He'd do anything for pussy, change his ways, he swear to God. He needs to straighten up, he isn't smart enough. I wouldn't be his date, he doesn't dress like us. Remember all the times that he got beat up on the bus, but what he learned from that was to be careful who you trust. He knew that they were wrong, so he took it with the yawn. He knew his time would come, yo, and he'd be moving on. So he locked himself inside the room and started writing songs. You could catch him in the back of class singing all along like, check the level cause something's coming over me. Check the level cause something's coming over me.
Hello there.
Level cause something's coming over
Medusa.
Yeah.
Is that the song?
No, that's a different song.
Ah, dang it.
This is the Dirty Heads. And I love this song. We talked about using it in the past, but Dennis and I are actually going to hang out outside of the Crowded Table this weekend.
The first time in like 6 months.
It is, and we're going to go check out the Dirty Heads. They're at Vinoy Park this weekend.
John thinks I'm going, but
I'm fully mentally prepared to go by myself.
oh, okay.
Like I've not, yeah.
I almost just want to flake on him just because of all the times he's flaked on me.
See, that's the difference. I don't flake. I just tell you I'm not coming. Very rarely am I like, all right, see you there. And
Or how about today when I said, do you want to go to First Friday? Oh, I might be interested in that.
exactly, I might be interested.
Don't tease me,
That's not a
though.
confirmation.
Don't tease me with it, though.
There's a chance that I might go. I mean, I don't know. I'm going out, I'm not like go out multiple days a week guy. I've got big plans. Tomorrow is the peak of my weekend.
How about today when I suggested that we all go out and have a nice group breakfast together before we start the show, and Dennis is just like, nah, no thanks.
I didn't want to wake up earlier. I have to drive an hour to get here.
Yeah, I mean, as much as I love Jake, and I really valued that you wanted to do that, and I was really excited that you wanted to do that. But at the same time, I was like, if we're talking about going to sit down,
Yeah,
then that's like,
you know how long it takes us to prep for the show?
Yeah.
Just to set up the stuff. I came over, you guys were doing construction work when I got
dude,
here.
I'm welcome to the Crowded Table. I am John Setting.
Let's do that.
Here with me, as always, Dennis.
Medusa.
And Jake.
Hello.
And we're in a different portion of my house than we were before. So there's this shelf that Jake and I were trying to put up.
And it's not put up correctly.
Yeah, if you do check out the video, it is it's visually appealing. If you check out our video on YouTube, The Crowded Table, you'll be able to see it. But the shelf is literally
It's at about a 45-degree angle.
it's like a 45-degree angle. I'm just hopes it doesn't fall off and kill me or my dog at some point.
Is this what you guys were planning, is to talk about the breakfast thing?
No.
Much worse
Trust
than
me,
that.
Trust me, it's way
man,
worse than
dang
that.
it.
Yes. So I don't know if I'll be downtown tomorrow night, but I will do plan. Or no, tonight I don't know if I'll be downtown.
Okay.
Tomorrow night I will be at Vinoy Park, and then hopefully, are you going to come with me afterwards? We're going to go watch the UFC fight.
If better plans don't show up.
That's fucked up, man. That is what's weird about making plans with him, is like he's committed, but there's this underlying feeling that like
He's just already trying to move on. Yeah.
Well, Dennis is becoming the guy, which I hated this, because even in my younger days when I was like on the hunt for, I don't want to say on the hunt, but like when you're younger and you're like looking for girls.
You heard that?
Prowling.
No, but when you're like in, and you're single and young, you have those friends who are just kind of like, that's what they want to go do. They want to go find chicks.
Right, yeah, they're just trying to
and
chase
that's kind
tail.
of become Dennis. Like if it doesn't involve like,
I'm young.
If it doesn't involve a girl, no, but I always find it odd that like when you have friends who will sacrifice their friendship with their guy friends to go pursue.
I'm not sacrificing anything.
I'm just saying.
I'm going to go see the Dirty Heads with you tomorrow.
Well, I know, but I'm just saying like.
I don't then need to spend the rest of the night with you and come back to your place and cuddle.
No, I'm not looking for any of that. I'm just saying we said that, but I'm trying to make plans for afterwards to go watch the UFC fight and stuff. And you're leaving that very open-ended because I feel like if a chick texts you or calls you, you have the opportunity to hang out after that, you will take that.
Right, you got to understand that Dennis would he wants to hang out with you, but he would much rather than talk to a chick all night and presumably buy her drinks and stuff and then go home without getting his dick wet.
Yeah, that does sound like a good time.
I'm just saying that if we hang out tomorrow during the Dirty Heads and at some point a girl says, hey, we should hang out tonight.
What if you some dirty?
I mean,
What if I just invite her to Rowdy's?
Let's say this. We've gotten away from this because since the first time that we met and started hanging out and working together, I don't go out as much. But let's not forget, I am the old school original wingman. I'm the greatest wingman you've ever had.
Is that true?
It's definitely true, and you've said it before. It may not have been as of late.
You were a great wingman back in the day.
Yeah, so I'm saying Saturday we're going to go out, we'll be at the Dirty Heads. There'll be all sorts of dirty little hippie chicks there, and I'm sure that we can finagle one or two to come with us to watch the UFC fight. So you can hang out with me.
And some dirty hippie girl.
Well,
who probably has dreads.
I say dirty hippie, but
Smells like patchouli.
there'll probably be like some cute young girls there. I mean, yeah.
How young are we talking?
I don't know, as young as you're willing to take them.
18.
Okay. We'll try to find them right around there.
Okay. Right around?
Yeah, preferably a little over. We wanted to, we try to start the show with giving a shout out to a couple people. We are very in our young times here, and
we appreciate.
Yeah, we really appreciate the people that do listen, and especially if you're going to go above and beyond and actually buy a T-shirt that says the Crowded Table Podcast. So we wanted to give a shout out to somebody who we've done before, but is an old school from the beginning. Somebody who listened and has supported us, and that's Corey Cardinal, and we know him personally, and he's always gone out of his way to say good things. He got a shirt, and it's just really, really cool when you see people that seem to genuinely appreciate it.
Yeah, I want to give a shout out to my boy Martin, who I'm going to be moving in with April 6th. Like, that's our move out day.
Is that official?
Things are getting real. Well, I mean, the application process is still, we're still going through that, so I'm sure we'll be all right. But he told me the other day, and he's one of my friends from, I've known him since college. We've pretty much know everything about each other. So he's one of I don't want to say real friends, but like the people we work with, they're different than...
He's not like a circle jerk friend. Yeah.
He wasn't one of the guys that jizzed on the wall.
No. But he told me the other day, he said, hey, I listened to your podcast. And to me, that means he did his due diligence of listening to one episode, so he'll never have to do it again. And I said, well, what'd you think about it? He said, well, I listened to all of them, so I must have liked it.
Yeah.
To me, that's impressive, because he doesn't even seem like a podcast guy.
It is weird because I wonder, we don't have tons of people listening. I mean, it's pretty much, it seems like 120 to 150.
Well, in weight, we have tons of people listening.
Yeah.
I think that's...
But in actuality, we've got about 120 to 150 people listening to each podcast. So that's not tons, but the people that do listen seem to like it, and I can't figure out whether that's just because it's a majority of people that know us and they're just gonna blow smoke up our ass, or if these people actually do like it. Like your friend Martin, he's gonna be living with you, so let's say he did listen to it and he hated it. Would he tell you that?
I don't think he would listen to every episode. He specifically called us out that in episode 4 we gave Martin a shout out, because that was when me and Martin and Ashley were hanging out. And then he said, since then, all the way through episode 17, we haven't talked about him once. So he said, why aren't we giving him more shout-outs?
That's true, and I do like Martin. I will say, though, I actually encouraged Dennis to invite him onto the show, and Dennis didn't want to do that.
Okay, that's not fair.
Oh, I'm just saying. Martin,
I know that you don't actually like having people on the show.
I got your back, Martin. No, and that is the thing, too. I feel like this is something that needs to be said, okay? Because there are multiple people in this world who I know have some sort of feelings that have been hurt because we haven't invited them on the show. We've had we actually have had multiple guests.
Carmin.
We had Carmin was probably our only real guest. Merc Dirty came through. He's got aspirations to do a podcast. He wanted to see our setup. We let him sit in, and he did some stuff with us, and that was great. Kevin came by
but
for
that was because
one.
he was with me the night before.
Yeah, these are things as far as scheduling people or inviting people in, we want to make sure what we're doing between the three of us is what's very important.
Yeah, we want to have our nice connection between us. We're the important ones. Anybody else, that's just on the outside. That's just peripheral.
Yeah, and one day we might get to that, but we're just not all about that life.
Just know if you come on the show, we don't really care about you.
Yeah,
it's all about us.
Yeah. Does that
Who
feel safe?
are we having next week?
Nobody yet.
Oh, okay.
Nobody. I think we're good right now. And we probably should just acknowledge in some form or fashion that last week we told everybody we were going to do 2 shows a week, and we didn't last week.
We lied. We're liars.
Yeah, that's what we do.
And, I was trying to think of a way to say this without it sounding bad, but sadly, we're not making money. This is not our jobs.
Right.
We've got jobs and we've got lives and other things that go on. So sadly, we're not in a position to put this first as much as I would like. But life happens, things happen, and sometimes it's just not going to work out.
Yeah, I agree. But so then let me ask you this: do we do 1 next week? Do we do 2 next week? Do we not commit to anything and just spitball it as we go? I'm
thinking about just quitting my job and just dedicating my life to the crowd table.
5 days a week.
5 days a week. I'm ready to give up on radio.
On life.
Just mostly radio.
Oh.
So like Wednesday, Friday, crowded table, and then what? Monday, Tuesday, Thursday is just all Squatch Talk.
Yeah, yeah, exactly.
That's the name of the show, Squatch Talk with John.
Yeah, so apologies to those that did hope to hear 2 shows. Yeah, we're really planning on it next week. We'll have it be a surprise. We're going to offer you more shows in the month of March than you would normally get. I believe that by the time March is over, you will have gotten more than a normal month.
Instead of 4 in that month, maybe you get 4.5.
Yeah, yeah, quite possibly. Next, we need to touch about something that's going to lead us to our next topic, the YouTube channel.
Okay.
It has been something that has been sparked by Dennis. He started a YouTube channel.
Is this the thing?
Yeah,
It might be the thing.
this is the thing. So he started this YouTube channel, and it was a cooking channel. What was it actually called before you changed the name?
Technically, it was Double D Productions because I was doing it with another buddy of mine.
So he owned this YouTube channel. Did you have the Double D YouTube channel and then a personal account, or was this in a sense your account that you were signed into constantly?
I think I had a personal account as well.
Okay. So does the other guy it was Double D? Was the other guy have rights to that account too? Like, did he check it regularly or?
I don't think so.
Oh, okay. So it's now since been changed to the crowded table, and we all have access to it now. Jake and I have access to it. So Jake wanted to tell some secrets before the show, and you really have no idea about this.
I don't.
But Jake happened upon the search history for the YouTube channel.
God, what's on there?
That is
it like nudie stuff?
that is your YouTube channel. So I thought before we got into some of the comments, that Jake would scroll us through the search history of what Dennis is doing with his spare time.
I mean, this is absolutely fascinating to me. There's a wide range of stuff going on here.
I'd be interested.
What really sticks out to you, Jake?
Well, let's see. We just got number 1. We've got eating bugs.
Yeah,
that's a fun thing to look up.
Okay, that seems legit.
I know where all this is coming from.
I know Dennis doesn't smoke, but we have a video just smoking a cigarette in one drag.
Okay.
That's pretty
This is
good.
what you're into.
And here's where things take a turn. I've got Bailey J, which if you don't know,
Which I didn't know this, but
I don't even know who Bailey J is.
Oh, you do. You searched her. Bailey J is a very popular, and I also say she's kind of hot.
She's a porn star?
Yeah, she's a transgender porn star.
Oh,
chick with a dick. You sound so surprised.
So are you willing to admit that you have searched by name for this Bailey J?
I will tell you where all of these searches are coming from. I do Bone TV for Drew, and I'm logged into my YouTube. When they talk about stuff, I search for it on YouTube and play
Pretty
it.
in Pink is on here too.
Yes, because there's a makeout scene in Pretty in Pink.
God damn it! Well,
all of these things are easily explainable. So I was really worried that I looked up some creepy stuff, but Jesus.
Damn.
I was hoping I caught you looking up tranny porn on YouTube, no less. Which
Bailey J, they probably talked about it one time when I looked it up.
Damn, that's a damn shame. Because I thought we were really going to get you because I know you're not into tranny porn. And secondly, I don't know who does porn searches on YouTube.
Yeah, I guess that should have been a giveaway on that.
Yeah, when they talk about certain things, I pull it up on YouTube, and yes, I'm logged into our Crowded Table YouTube because I do a lot of the Crowded Table work from my real job.
Okay, I guess we can accept that.
Damn it.
Well, moving on to
my heart was beating, man.
We were teasing Dennis with that for a little while now before we started the show.
Yeah, they had some dirt on me. It was like this whole thing.
That was great. But what we're really leading to is something we're calling the comment section, where we've got a couple different platforms, the YouTube channel being the one we're going to focus on today, where people can leave comments and different things for us.
And we're branching to Reddit.
Yeah, and we are branching.
We should really start focusing on Reddit.
Yeah, I think so. I mean, it seems to be like the rabbit hole of social media. Like
most of my pooping time is spent on Reddit.
Yeah. So this week we're going to
most of my Reddit time is spent on poop.
We're digging into Dennis's YouTube channel today, back to some of his back at it again with the cooking channel, and I feel like we are so mean to Dennis, and that the premise, I don't want the premise of this to just be people talking shit. So today I thought I would explore for some better comments.
Okay.
So this video here seems to be you're making some sort of sweet treat. It appears to be a peanut butter chocolate square.
Yeah, it's like a homemade Reese's, essentially.
Yeah. So they're good. Let's just scroll through, and I haven't watched the video, so I can't say there's a reference. But somebody is worried. This will be probably the meanest one. Is worried about your hygiene. You have your dog in the video.
Maybe.
Please wash your hands after you feed that cute dog.
Oh, after, because earlier you said.
It does say before. Your hands before to feed your dog.
Oh, maybe it's because I was touching chocolate.
Oh, but you don't give a fuck about that.
No, I've fed my dogs chocolate.
You don't even care about your dogs.
Yeah, you hardly know where your dogs are at any point in time.
Like, this is the guy that will leave his dogs at home for like 2 days at a time. Like, I've thought about reporting you to PETA.
I live with my mom.
I thought about reporting you to PETA, actually, multiple times.
I remember calling you one time, and we were just casually chatting, and you mentioned that you couldn't find one of your dogs, and then just didn't look for him for a while. It was just...
I remember once when his mom was out of town, and he's like, yeah, my mom's been gone for a few days, and I haven't been home in a few days, and my dogs are probably dead.
They're probably dead there.
And there's like 12 of them living there. So, okay, carry on.
There's 4.
And here's where we'll get to the nicer things. Continue making videos. They rock.
Oh.
11 months ago, Melissa Robles, she looks kind of cute.
Don't know who that is.
Come back with a bunch of K's.
Oh, wow.
Come back.
I need to come back.
Keep moving. That's this person's
What do
name.
any of these...
No. Keep moving was the person's name.
Oh, okay.
Very nice recipe. Thank you. And this one will be the last one that we read today, but I felt like it was actually nice to get some good things for you. Because this is actually really fucking nice. Don't stop making these! ! LOL. I totally see you becoming a YouTube sensation. If you were looking for a simple recipe, I know there's one dieter's...
God.
How is it every episode we do, you have your phone? Jake says every day, phone's on silent, everybody?
Okay.
Phone's on silent?
Okay, here's the thing. Because when I turned my phone on silent, before you guys got here, I was listening to music on the Bluetooth. So my phone is all the way down, but it's still connected to the Bluetooth speaker, and that's what's ringing. Okay? And I usually just try to blow over it and not pay attention to it.
No, the fact that it happens every episode, we need to bring it up.
Do you want me to keep reading this comment?
I do, but take care of yourself.
I know there's one that dieters use, blah, blah, blah. This lady's fucking sucking your dick, okay? All these people are sucking your dick.
Oh, now you're mad. Now you're mad.
I'm mad. I dig your cooking videos. Definitely picked up a few recipes.
So she's saying I shouldn't stop this.
Yeah, this was really good. Yummy. These recipes are the best. Awesome. So I'm trying to do a nice thing for you here. Do you feel better?
Yeah, I do. There is one recipe I did where I pretty much just made a chicken hoagie, and someone was like, thanks for giving me a recipe how to make a fucking sandwich. But it was a good hoagie.
So this week, I thought I'd do some nice things. Next week, we'll try and get some more dirt, and we're going to be posting some more pictures of ourselves online individually to kind of get more focus on what people can bring about us.
I feel like people did not give me enough hate, which is, a little disappointing.
Then you need to go all out for your individual picture.
You think so? You think I should just do like whipped cream on the nipples?
I would definitely do it. I would do it shirtless with like a loincloth on or something.
Oh, that's not a bad idea.
I'm very curious.
What about a toga?
Yeah, well, no, I'm very curious to see what Jake looks like without a shirt on.
It's not good. It's nothing.
Yeah.
It's
because I've been a big supporter. And
have you ever seen Shallow Hal?
Yeah. Oh. But I've always said that Jake has like what I would be considered a different shaped body, just different. So
that's not a nice thing to say.
It's not nice.
I hope you understand that puzzles me, and that since you said that the first time, which I think is like 3 weeks ago, I look at myself, I'm like, how am I? What is weird shaped about?
I don't want to use the word weird. I
Do you
find
want to use the word like pear?
I find it odd that you seem combative about it. Because
I'm not combative. Like I really like it. It doesn't necessarily hurt my feelings. I just want to understand.
It's not.
I mean, I don't necessarily think Jake is shaped weird.
It's not that you're shaped weird, because you and I are honestly shaped somewhat alike.
Yeah, fairly similarly.
You're just I don't know what I mean. You like that guy made that the comment that you were a reverse bobblehead.
Yeah.
I'll let that speak for itself. It's like it starts at your head and then things just widen out from there. I mean, I don't mean that to sound bad. But
no, listen, I'm not a very sensitive guy. I could take it. Like I said, I just want to understand where it's coming from.
Okay, that's where it's coming from.
I need to change my life.
I wanted to touch on this last week because I had something that was relative to it. Do you guys Uber often?
Yeah, I do. When I go downtown, I like to Uber. I mean, Ubering to me is much cheap. It's for the most part has been cheaper than taxis.
Yeah, are you an Uber guy, Jake?
No, I'm an adult with a car, and I don't Uber. So,
and you're obviously blatantly okay with drinking and driving.
Oh, I'm really good at it. Yeah, I'm the best. Just one eye open and white knuckle it down the road.
So this story is actually from Washington D.C. and it loops around to a personal story that I have. And pretty much this woman gets inside a Lyft, which is the same as Uber. I know some Uber drivers drive for Lyft and Uber, so it's pretty much the same thing.
I honestly didn't realize Lyft was still around. They're the ones with like the mustaches on the car, right?
Yes.
Yeah, I never see that anymore.
Yeah, I've never been in one. I've only Ubered. I've never used the Lyft.
Uber is much more common, but also I think Lyft is more of a northern thing.
Yeah, so this is in Washington, D.C., and the moral of the story being that this girl gets in a Lyft, and the driver pretty much just starts taking her to an unbeknownst place. So, and she's videoing the whole thing. So we have some audio of that, and it's from a news clip from Jacksonville.
Why are you kicking me out of the car?
A 2.5 minute long video showing an intense ordeal between a passenger and a Lyft driver.
Because of what? Do you not want to say you're not taking me to my destination?
Desiree Taylor is the woman recording on her phone. She posted the video to her Facebook page.
What are you doing?
Claiming the driver was taking her away from her destination.
Dude, are you serious?
Did they get in some kind of disagreement or something about the location? There's a lot going on here.
News for Jax, crime and safety analyst.
So pretty much this ends with her, like, he's at a stop sign going what she says is the opposite direction. She's yelling at the guy, and he's not going in the direction. So she ends up getting out at a stoplight and just leaving the scene.
But it's weird because in the beginning she says, like, you're kicking me out. So does he kick her out?
Yeah, there does seem to be some sort of something going on before she starts filming. And that's right in the beginning when she starts filming. And then from there...
So maybe, like, he was trying to kick her out, and then she started filming, and then he, like, just started driving away.
Driving in a weird way. So this leads me back to what I had when I was in Jacksonville 2 weekends ago, which was the worst Uber experience I've ever had. So we were downtown Jacksonville. This woman pulls up, and just for the details of the story, she's probably like a 350-pound like black woman. Okay, and we get in the car. We get in the car, and the first thing she says is, "Y'all know where we are? Because I don't have any clue where we are." And I'm like, "No, we're not from here." And she's like, "Well, it looks like it's the blind leading the blind, then." And I'm like, that is not what I want to hear at all. So she proceeds to get like mildly lost, and then as she's driving, she's telling us a story that's completely pointless about a meal that she had with some people that she knew. The entire time she's driving, she's got her head turned around, like looking at us.
She's looking back
She's looking back at us, and I'm just praying. At one point, she's doing diagrams with her hands, and she's got both hands off the wheel. And I'm literally scared for my life, that not being the worst part. At one point, she starts telling a story about how she gave us a homeless man a Subway sub, and he threw it away in front of her face. And I just was trying to engage her, and I said, like, he was right in front of you, and we're driving on the interstate. And she goes, he was about this far from me. She slams on the fucking brakes on the interstate and is like, yeah, he was about from here to that sign. And she stops right in the middle of the road. And I'm just like, what the hell?
That sounds delightful.
So this kind of triggered me just to think that, like, Ubers really, in reality, are a terrible idea.
I don't think they do, like, serious background checks on these people.
Yeah, and I know both of you guys know this. I don't know if I've said it before, but I have been in an accident in an Uber. I've been in an Uber that was in an accident, and this guy was like a 90-year-old guy. And it just got me thinking, like, although it's convenient, and although 9 out of 10 times it works, I'm not really sure that this is like there's no real regulation. Like Dennis said, there's no way to really check these people out. Seems kind of dangerous.
Yeah. Do you think we could get people to call in and tell us about their horrible Uber stories? Maybe if we had a real show where we could take phone calls.
If we did have a real radio show, and just use this. If any of you know any program directors around the United States of America, maybe friends in radio who are looking for the next hot,
'Cause I'm sure we could get some great Uber stories.
Yeah, I'm sure right now we could.
We had like a phone number and a phone system. Yeah,
should we give out the phone number just for fun?
It's not completely.
But it would go to your phone though if I gave people.
Don't. All right,
so
you're right.
Just so you know, 813.
Yep, I'm just gonna go ahead and I'm just gonna turn them right down.
Don't pull that shit on me.
Don't give them the number because it goes to my phone. It really does.
Well, worst case scenario,
if we're not logged in,
if people start calling you, then
I have to change my identity.
It's 813-867
DONG.
So if you have any, it's not like I gave out your phone number.
You can't see Dennis's
you
face right
essentially
now.
did.
Worst case scenario, if people really call you, which nobody's going to call you, then you just change the number. Then we'll change it to schlong instead of dong.
Couldn't you just like?
I fucking hate you.
Couldn't you just sign out of the
867 dong?
There's no even point to give out the phone number. There's literally no point.
If people wanted to call and like leave you a voice message or something, they could.
I don't want that.
Just,
What if?
you don't want just random kind strangers calling in to saying hello? Like,
Yeah,
that's just,
I mean, I consider all the listeners of the Crowded Table to be friends.
yeah, at this point, I'd say
So I mean, I have no problem with them having that number.
All right, I'm gonna give them your number too. And for everyone that calls me, I will also give them.
How about this? If people legitimately call you and you answer the phone, you can give them my number.
All
My
right.
yeah,
personal
but that doesn't
cell.
really
And
work.
Jake's.
Well, that's fine.
Even though I didn't
right.
actually give out your phone number.
No, you did though. When I'm not logged in on the computer, that shit goes straight to my phone and people start calling me.
Yeah, but it's not like they have the number.
I don't know
It's
if they
okay.
can text though.
I don't think they can.
Well, I was just gonna say that John's doesn't matter because John never has his phone on at all.
Yeah, it's dead at all times,
So that's-
except when we're doing the show and it's ringing.
Yeah.
That's true. That's the one time that John's phone seems to work.
Dude, I just, I have a problem with the fact that now that we have cell phones in this world, that means everybody thinks they should be able to get a hold of you at every second of every day. I have a problem with that theory.
I mean,
So give out my phone number so that way.
It's not your phone number.
It is.
It is a Google Plus number. That
813-867-DONG is the phone number that I chose.
If it makes you feel any better, go into the Google Plus and have it forwarded to my number for the next week.
Okay.
Because I don't care.
That's actually a good idea.
I'm not a bitch.
Do you have to forward it to a number, or can't you just leave it on?
You have to. It has to it has to link up with a real phone number.
Yeah.
Somehow.
I should get the house line here plugged in, and then that'll be like the hotline.
that might be a good way to do it. Actually,
That would be the hotline. So we'll move on.
We're way off topic.
Yeah.
Well, but still, continue with the Uber story though. Like, I feel like people
I feel like there's nothing left here in this
Yeah.
Uber story.
Oh,
to
I
be
just
honest with you.
wanted to say that I feel like what's the difference between that and a cab driver? I feel like people have this like notion in their heads that cab drivers go through some sort of like basic training boot camp
That's true.
where they
Cab
learn to
dri-
be good drivers.
Jake's not wrong. Cab drivers are terrible.
They're horrible. So this has been a problem forever, and people I think are just like associating this with a modern, technology, saying, "Oh, it's bad." Well, no, drivers suck no matter what. So that's my only point. Like you're no better off
the
taking
city,
a cab.
but the taxis are regulated by the city.
Do you think I could answer this call from Carmin and somehow get it to?
Put it on speaker.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna put it on speaker.
Let's see if we can do it.
Hello.
Hey, Dennis.
Yeah, what's up?
Hey.
Hey, we have a change of plans for your work schedule today.
Ooh, I don't know about all that.
Well, see, the thing is, I have your boss right next to me, and it's actually kind of his orders. I'm just the person that's telling you.
Oh man, this is so weird.
This is
Yeah.
weird. We may have taken this call at the wrong time.
She can't hear you, so.
So finish this call. So
I can hear John. I can hear you, John Setting.
oh, you can good. We're actually recording the podcast right now. So
Yeah,
you're
you're on the show right
You're
now.
being recorded.
Yeah.
Is this the open table?
Oh my gosh, Mike Oliviero live on the Crowded Table for the first time.
Like I told you guys, I had your boss sitting right next to me. Dennis, you have to work the event today
Why?
and take me down to Bradenton from 3 to 5.
Why do I have to do that?
Because the two that your buddy sitting right next to you scheduled, neither one of them are capable of driving a vehicle. So
Why can't Eric Collins drive a vehicle?
because
His liver's going to give out over the Sunshine Skyway for crying out loud, man.
Oh gosh.
Oh God. Okay.
Who's gonna do Bone TV?
Buck or Rush.
But we'll have you.
Okay. Can you call her back?
All right, I'll call you back in a minute.
Okay, well I'm just saying.
Well, what time is this gig at?
It's
You guys
from
are here at 1.
It's from 3 to 5. You need to be here at 1, and you have to pick me up on your way down.
Okay, fine, whatever.
Okay, so I'll see you probably about like 1:30, 1:45ish.
Do I get a hand job out of this?
I was gonna buy you a corn dog.
Close enough.
Is that,
Okay, deal. I'll call. So just be to the station by 1 o'clock.
Okay.
Okay, bye.
Bye. That was weird.
I thought that was going to be a lot more exciting. It's not just work scheduling stuff.
Dude, I don't even want to work that.
yeah. I mean, I really don't think there's anything here to dig into. But I
What the hell's the
could
gig?
go on a fucking rant, like a whole fucking rant about that phone call. But it's probably best that we just move on.
Yeah.
I mean, things have come to a screeching halt now, but
There.
now I'm all pissed off, and I don't even.
You're pissed off. I'm pissed off.
So just for those who don't know or may know, Dennis's normal job would be to sit in a room and run Bone TV for our Real Job 102.5 The Bone, which is where you run it for Drew Garabo Live.
Right.
So rather than
And it's
do
much
that,
more fulfilling and something I actually
yeah.
got a
So
degree to
now
do.
rather than do that, what you are going to do is you have to take Carmen, you have to drive her down to Bradenton into the middle of nowhere to a drag strip and stand in a tent for 2 hours there, probably most likely with Eric Hollins and Ryan Hoppe.
I don't even want to do that. And how's that even going to work if they can't drive?
You're going to end up probably taking 2 vehicles.
Well, someone has to drive, though. So this whole thing about...
you're going to have to take... Oh, shit.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
You're going to have to drive them down there, pick up Carmen, drop them off, and then come back. I don't know, dude.
We've been derailed.
Yeah,
this is the first time. Maybe you shouldn't have taken the call. I just want to wrap up the show now.
No, dude. We're only 30 minutes in. We're only halfway through.
We wanted to talk about
move past Uber. Let's get past Uber. We made it.
Yeah, we made it. We really wanted to touch on the fact that a presidential candidate pretty much gave a public response to.
Is that how you did the board today? By the way,
that's what I was confused about too.
You're going in a weird direction. On the board.
It's the new board now, so it's
But normally we go kind of left to right and then top to bottom.
You're going top to bottom.
Yeah,
people can see it through that camera.
Yeah, if you see it, you know what I'm talking about. But that was the way that was just the way I read it. So we wanted to talk about a presidential candidate who publicly addressed some claims made here on the Crowded Table.
That's exciting. We're really getting big news here.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure Donald probably tuned into last week's show.
We're first name now, right?
Yeah, Don.
Sir Trump.
Yeah, and we talked about how Hitler had a micro penis and how it was very likely that Donald Trump has a very small penis.
Yes.
And last night on the debate, he made a public statement, let it be known that he has no problems in that area.
He does not have a small penis. In fact, I even think I heard him say it's been brought to the table.
Yeah.
Coding it in there.
It was a definite reference to the Crowded Table.
Yeah.
And we do just want to thank Don for the shout out and also for acknowledging. I actually have some audio here of the comment if you want to let it play. I hope there's not an ad first.
There's probably going to be an ad first.
There's usually.
No, I think we're good. Fox News doesn't make me put it. Oh, no, this is CNN.
Oh. Those dirty liberals.
Yeah, I'm about to say, don't put that on here. God.
I don't want to get political, but can we get political a little bit?
Yeah, absolutely.
I feel like every time we say let's not get political, it's just a full on.
I know, but this what it's come down to with Trump and Hillary is just, to me, is the two worst people that we can possibly have to vote between.
I think that's a great thing.
No.
This campaign for the last year, Donald Trump has basically mocked everybody with personal attacks. He's done so to people that are sitting on the stage today. He's done so about people.
So this is kind of the setup, I believe.
He's done it about every other candidate in this race. So if there's anyone who's ever deserved to be attacked that way, it's been Donald Trump for the way he's treated people for the last campaign. Now, that said, I would much prefer to have a policy debate. I hope that's what we'll have here tonight. Let's have a policy debate.
And we will.
Let's talk about Donald Trump's strategy and my strategies.
I have to say this. He hit my hands. Nobody has ever hit my hands. I've never heard of this one. Look at those hands. Are they small hands? And he referred to my hands. If they're small, something else must be small. I guarantee you there's no problem. I guarantee it.
Like, it's fucking crazy.
It's 2016, and our political debates have literally become let's rag on each other's dicks.
So, first of all, I think if you're going to go ahead, like if you're on the national stage like that and you're going to say, hey, I got no problem down there, why not just flop it out?
Man, he might have a stage fright issue like me, though.
Oh, you think he's a grower, not a shower?
Because I can say I have no problem down there, but I'm not going to be able to flop it out in front of all those people. It's going to...
But I mean, in my head, I'm sitting there watching it, and I'm like, what in a million years, even if Marco Rubio made some comment that was off the cuff at some rally somewhere... During a political debate, you're then going to reference the size of your penis on national television, and you're running for the fucking president of the United States.
And he's going to win, dude. I mean, just because he does that. I mean, I will say this. I was talking to Zach about it last night, is that Donald Trump, being that he's been on TV, he did, Celebrity Apprentice and all that stuff, he knows what people want to see. And he's going to do those outlandish, lavish things that are going to bring the viewers and get him followers.
So, and this is pretty much the last point that I'd like to make on any of it. We just wanted to touch on the fact he references penis, but it's kind of I've been trying to take different angles at it other than the Trump is an idiot, because here's what's interesting to me is all the Republicans, everybody, he's running for the Republican candidacy. All the Republicans, Mitt Romney, others are now coming out, doing anything they can to try and stop this guy.
Oh, I love the new radio ads that instead of telling you to vote for someone else, they just tell you, please don't vote for Donald Trump.
But here's my theory. I do think Trump would bring a lot of bad things, but it kind of appears like this whole good old boy network of politicians who have, knowingly fucked everything up forever.
This is about to fall apart.
Well, they now... they're now freaking out. You know what I mean? Because they're going to have somebody who is an outsider coming into their world. So part of me wonders if all these anti-Trump ads are because they think that he's really that bad, or he's just going to come in and shit all over their parade.
He's going to dig up their dirt. That's it. They're worried that if he wins, then they become useless.
Exactly.
And that's the silver lining that I take out of this. Like between on both sides, I mean, I don't think there's very few people that I've talked to that feel like Hillary's a viable candidate either. So on both sides, we've got, the South Park reference, it's the giant douche and turd sandwich. And hopefully now after this, maybe we can start looking at third-party candidates seriously. Maybe we can have some more options, during our elections.
Your headphones, man.
I don't know what it was. Everything just went silent for me. But yeah, I think you're right. And as things get closer and we do get to Hillary, maybe one day when it's a general election, we can do a special 30-minute political campaign season. But for the most part, we'll just keep it to talking about their dicks and things like that for now. As far as sick minds think alike, we're kind of running out of nasty, dirty things to talk about. You can only dig up so many dirty things. So Dennis, for some reason, decided to kind of delve into a story today that was so goddamn weird and intriguing to me that we had to base a whole segment around it. And we're going with voyeurism, the idea of listening to people have sex, watching other people have sex that maybe don't know that you're watching, or something like that. And I would like to maybe just set the table for you and hear if you could tell us about some of your experiences with that, Dennis.
All right. So I guess saying it out loud made it so much weirder, because I guess I didn't think it was that weird when I was a kid.
I think the weird part was when you asked, is that weird afterwards?
Well, as a kid, when you're getting introduced to sexual stuff and you start really learning what porn and what sex is, I heard my parents having sex in the room next to me, and I remember one time it was really late at night, and I went and put my ear up against the wall just to listen to the noises.
What'd you hear?
I don't know.
Can you recreate it?
It was more like moaning, I guess.
I mean, did you hear any specific maybe instructions that your mom was giving your dad?
No instructions. Just there was no dirty talking going on. If that's what you're trying to
I think
get.
maybe there probably was.
There wasn't.
Okay, well, what kind of rhythm did they have going on? Is it?
Yeah, was it sensual lovemaking?
I was 7. I don't.
I mean, would you say that it was was it like a jackhammer, or was it like a
Was it a little slower than that? What do we think?
I didn't hear. I heard moaning. I didn't actually hear smacking. None of that.
Are you sure? Maybe you just cut that out of your mind.
You're saying it to me as if you were there and you knew.
No, I'm just saying, if you got your ear up to the wall and you're hearing the moaning, maybe you probably just shut some of those deep, dark...
I would imagine if you're parents and you have kids, then the rooms are literally separated by a thin wall. You're having very gentle sex. Not necessarily rough, crazy, pulling hair.
Well, I didn't want to do this, but joining us now, our first guest on the phone line, Dennis's mom.
So how long did you have your ear against the wall?
Just seconds.
Did you finish?
I did not masturbate to it. I listened because I wanted to hear what the sex sound sounded like.
Okay. Now, Jake, have you ever had an experience in your life where you've watched others listen to... We've touched a little bit on the idea of listening to others or having sex in the same room with friends, but have you ever watched or listened to something when they didn't know you were listening or watching?
Not that I can think of. Nothing where they didn't know. I've seen, there's been sex going on in the same room as me plenty of times, but seeing it from afar, not so much. No,
I'd like to dig into that. Who was having sex around you?
Let's see. I've a couple parties I've been to where there's literally chicks just getting fucked on a couch.
What? No, I've seen that in porno.
Dude, I see those pornos and I'm like,
they're fake.
I'm like, where is this party?
Those are fake, right?
No, these are parties that happen that I go to. I mean, there's
regularly.
These are parties that I go to,
that I commission at my
or that I used to go to, I should say. But no, stuff like that happens all the time. Where two chicks, I've seen this literally happen in front of me, like it was a porn. Two chicks get angry at each other, take off their shirts, go out back, start fighting, and then start making out and eating each other out.
This is a fucking... You're so full of shit.
I swear to God that happened. Now, they were ugly as hell. Oh, hell. I mean, it was...
Then do guys get involved and get their stuff?
We just watched.
Nobody walks over and
we broke up the fight and then they started making out.
This is the weirdest story ever.
Do you entice it though? Or are you like, yeah?
Oh, we were cheering it on.
I always
finger blaster harder.
I do always find it odd when you find those college,
it's the college one.
It's the college party, yeah. It's like the college party, and I find it odd when there's a group of people and there's cheering them on, like
it's a sports event.
Fuck that pussy, fuck it.
And they're all drinking from their solo cups and
fucking finger her asshole, man.
I've been in that in real life. Yeah, that's I was one of those guys.
What? Like, how long ago? When's the last time this has happened?
I want to say this was maybe 5-6 years ago now. So it's been a while.
Now, were you and your wife together at the time?
I think.
Did you ever participate in any of this?
No, never that.
Did your wife? He's like, that's how I met my wife.
You say this happened multiple times, but I feel like we're not hearing enough of the details. Was it always girl on girl? Was it guy on girl? Was there three-ways, quads? What's going on?
Dude, Dennis is getting physically aroused. He wants to go to these parties.
All right,
well, I do. Please take me.
Okay, there was a story that I thought I was going to save, but for another time because it's just really odd.
You have to imagine, Dennis, when you're running with like the devil worshipping neo-Nazi death metal group, like there's some weird shit going on.
That's true. Was it after your crazy dead animal slaying torture shows that you put on?
This was during not during the shows themselves, but this was during that time period. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
So were there animal sacrifices in part of the live sex shows?
Do grasshoppers count? I don't know.
What does that mean? What does that even mean?
I've got stories, but there's a couple that I want to hang on to for another time.
Leave those loaded in the chamber.
We'll leave those. In the theme, this is really an excuse for us to touch on a topic that we touched on last week that really seemed to tug at the heartstrings of a lot of people. Like very rarely,
how you phrased that.
Very rarely do I get approached by people multiple times about a specific thing that we talk about. And last week, we talked about something that was masturbation related. And this week, there's a story about a police officer who was He was caught. He was caught masturbating. It was in Camden County, South Carolina. He was in his cruiser. I don't know if it doesn't say in the story. Jake seems to think that he was masturbating in his patrol car
while driving.
No, but under the guise that he wanted to be caught.
Yeah, I think so. When you leave yourself out in the open like that, I think you want, secretly in the back of your head, you want someone to stumble upon, you.
So a woman does end up finding, and she sees what is this police officer in his patrol car jerking off. She calls the police. And he's in jail himself, or probably out now, but he was arrested for indecent exposure and all those things.
And he probably got paid leave.
Yeah, probably did.
I'm sure. So this really is spinning me back to lubrication while masturbating.
Do you think the cop used it?
Yeah.
Because probably not. Because then does he keep it in his car? Is he a habitual masturbator in the wild?
I mean, if I had to bet, I'd say he was using spit.
Yeah, probably.
Which is the most common used lube in America.
It's Jesus' lube.
I don't think that's true. Did you look that up? Is that a statistic?
No, that's not a statistic. I just threw that out there. But what I'm getting to is multiple people approached me last week about the fact that you were a dry guy and that we were harping on you so bad.
Yeah, I come to find out there are plenty of dry guys. In fact, guys might be in the minority.
We might be in the minority, Jake.
That blows my mind. I can't even imagine how that feels good at all.
And here's where
I don't know how to describe it either.
Here's where I really wanted to dig, and this is probably more appropriate for the sick minds.
Start a fire.
Yeah, but here's the thing. Here's the thing. This is very specific, so I need everybody to pay close attention to the details that I'm about to lay out for you. So when you do jerk off, you take your hand and you run it up the shaft, past the tip, and then back down. I can only imagine that you dry guys don't use that, and you just grab it and you just
they're just stopping at the tip,
and then, jiggling.
Yeah,
So you don't.
So you go up and past the tip with a little twist. Because that's what I do. I go up the tip and then a little twist and back down again.
I don't think you necessarily need to go up past the tip.
But what I'm getting
You're missing out if you don't.
Yeah, does that go hand in hand with being a dry guy? Because I think not going past the tip is just as disturbing as the dry guy, is not using lube.
I think it's more of as a dry guy, not going past the tip then makes it more sensitive for real sex.
Well, and that's what
it's like you're building yourself up so that way real sex feels different than just masturbating.
And I don't think he would mind me saying, but one of the people that we did have a conversation with was Seth Cush from the Drew Garabo live show, who also is a dry guy, and he insinuated if you use lube all the time, then you can't appreciate a real vagina. If it's all wet all the time,
that, or you can't appreciate when you have a girl over and she uses lube on you, gives you that sweet old handy with some lube.
My argument could be is you've gone as far to say that your hand grip is so tight that when you get to a vag, it just doesn't even work sometimes.
It's true, I do have a tight grip.
So to me, that's just as bad as using lube. If you're just doing that tight, that's probably going to affect your vaginal. I don't know what the. I don't
Vaginal
think there's
appreciation?
Yeah, thank you. I was going to say I don't think there's words for that, but yeah, it might decrease your vaginal appreciation just as much as lube.
You might be right. I'm not arguing against that. I'm just throwing my point out about the lube.
Like your range of motion is just so much more limited there.
If you got a tiny dong.
What? Okay, yeah, I guess for you,
you have a little. I got a little bit more of room there.
You know, you got 14 inches of just up and down there.
Well,
yeah,
that's the thing. I don't think it's a secret, and it is a fact, as I believe that all the sensitivity is in the tip of your penis.
Right. So if you can really make it work by not touching the tip, real sex.
Why are you trying to make it so hard on yourself, dude? Just jerk off and get it done.
I just don't have time to set up and get lube.
It seems like that would take so much time. Just hock a loogie on your hand.
You say set up and get some lube. What are you setting up?
He's got a light candle.
Well, I forget that you guys spit in your hand. That's the grossest thing. And Jake tastes his own dick by licking his hand while he's jerking off.
After listening to the tape, and you did try to recover for yourself.
I did. I tried to recover.
It is pretty obvious that you lick your hand, jerk your dick,
and then lick it again.
Yeah,
we know you do, Jake.
But here's the thing.
What does your dick taste like?
It does happen.
I'm ready to stand with Jake because I will say that I have probably done the same thing.
Oh no.
I mean, I'm not.
That's brother-hood right there, buddy.
I can't let him.
Do you lick each other's hands too?
I would if it came down to it.
Would you think we just?
Yeah. That's called the stranger. When you
this went sick minds, police jerking off, right back to a worse sick minds.
Yeah, and it's pretty much downhill from here because.
Well, I just wanted to say, have you guys ever jerked off while driving a car?
That is a good question.
Once again, this is perfect for another sick minds, but we could do it right now. But yeah, one time my buddy has told me that he masturbates all the time when he feels he's gonna fall asleep when he's driving. And to me, so one time I was driving home and it was a late night and I was tired, so I said, better jerk one off. So
yeah, when I was in high school, my girlfriend lived like 25, 30 minutes away, and I would usually be over there until late and have to drive back. And for whatever reason, during that period of my life, there were times where I jerked off in the car driving home.
Well, we know that you jerked off just whenever you could in front of anybody.
Yeah, I would secretly get it in wherever possible. Why, is that something that you do regularly?
Not regularly so much anymore, but I'll one-up you guys. I would jerk off in a truck driving while I was working. I was
so let me ask you this:
delivery guy.
Yeah.
Oh no, you're delivering the pizzas?
No, not my pizza job. No, that's in my personal car. I wouldn't jerk off in my own car for God's sakes.
You wouldn't?
No. Well, okay, probably would. But
you've never
I
jerked
haven't.
off in your car?
No, not my own personal car. No, I've only jerked off because I used to drive these the big like U-Haul style trucks. You know, the box trucks, and they're pretty spacious in the cab there, so I'd have room to kind of stretch out a little bit while I'm cruising and set my phone up and yeah.
So you would watch porn while driving?
Oh,
and jerking off. Yeah,
no, that's dangerous. Jerking off is fine.
I like to live dangerously.
You're watching porn, licking your hands, driving, and jerking off at the same time.
Yep, and then I'd bring the food to the different businesses.
Dude, this is that's just
how do we recover? How do we recover?
Well, the only way that we can recover
is a fucking mess today.
It really is. It's all over the place. Formal apologies to everybody. But that being said, Dennis is passionate about something, and it's only right that we give him his
thanks, man,
his moment, and he's passionate about making women want to listen to this show.
And I think it's something. I don't think it's a bad thing.
No, not at all. So we entered it last week, and we're gonna bring it back this week. We're calling it One for the Girls.
One for the girls. You get one question.
You get one question that women have for men, and this question to me. We discussed it a little bit yesterday. I find this question to be terrible. I don't understand the premise of it, but it supposedly is a very asked question by women for men.
And the question is, and I did mention it last week, was when a guy comes at orgasm, do you feel the cum? Like coming out? Which I think we would all agree right off the basis is idiotic because it's the same thing as asking, do you feel it when you pee?
Yeah,
and
basically.
Yeah, you do. But it is different because when you pee, it's more of like an automatic rifle. You just hold the trigger down, you shoot a stream. When you come, it's like a semi-automatic. You just got to keep pumping the trigger, Bump, bump, bump.
That's a very disturbing analogy.
Maybe a fourth pump.
Like I said,
it's like a tightening.
In the sense of the question is coming is feeling. Like to me, coming is a feeling. Like that is what coming is. I mean, obviously, other than the physical act of ejaculation, to me, it's the same as.
But you're talking about the orgasm.
They're talking about the actual semen.
They're talking about the ejaculation.
But it's funny because I guess it is because sometimes it feels like every once in a while, especially if you like saved it up for a while, you do feel it.
You can feel
rocket.
But you can just feel like, pew, like.
Especially when it splashes back and hits you. So.
Ooh, how does that happen? What?
But what I was thinking,
especially when it shoots up onto the steering wheel and your phone, and then you've got
all over the food. Yeah. The guy you're delivering.
You've got to turn on the windshield wipers.
Your hands are covered in spit and jizz and marinara sauce.
Well, I was actually wondering. I was thinking, do girls feel it when they get wet? And what I mean by this is if we eliminate all clothes. So let's say we're both naked, because I would assume if a girl has her panties on or some shorts and she's getting wet down there, she would feel it because her panties are there. But if she's completely butt naked, does she feel the act of the wetness?
Okay, so has this segment turned from let's half-assedly answer a girl's question then ask one for girls? Because I feel like we did that last week too.
Hell yeah.
Okay, cool.
Maybe that would be great. Maybe we can get a different girl that we know personally to ask a question that stems from the question that the girls are asking. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So in turn, like this week, we'll get like Holly or somebody or Carmen or whoever else, and this week would say, "Do you feel it when you get wet?"
Oh yeah, let's record them. We'll play it next week.
Yeah, cool. Absolutely.
Okay, so but you're saying though, so like with no panties on, with nothing to gauge it on, do they feel it? Like, do they feel it internally?
Right.
But let me ask you this question. Let's say, this is a terrible analogy, but I'm going to say it anyways. Let's say you're butt naked, and for whatever reason, like this isn't right, but let's say like your butt cheeks were like sweaty, or like you had wetness like up in your taint in butt cheeks. Wouldn't you?
Would I know?
You would feel it. It'd be
if
all
I
kind
was
of
butt naked.
Yeah,
though?
swamp ass.
Yeah, it'd be like all like gushy. It'd be like all squiggly.
I guess.
I've worked up a sweat while naked before. Yeah, you do feel it. Yeah.
Well, and there is another side to this, because I brought this up to you yesterday, is pre-cum. I don't feel pre-cum.
No.
It just shows up and it's just there, and you're like, how'd this get here, and why is the tip of my dick wet a little bit? Like,
but when are you acknowledging that? Like when you're jerking off?
No, more so if a girl is like giving you a hand job and then she's like, "Hey, what's going on? Are you done already?"
See,
and I'm like, "No."
See, that's the thing, is you kind of are speaking about it like something that I don't know that I experience regularly.
Pre-cum is not a very common thing for me.
Oh, what? I feel like I pre-cum all the time.
Really? Like
Yeah.
somebody, like, so let's say a girl's giving you a hand job, and then all of a sudden, like a little, like how much?
Oh, just
like
a little
thimble?
bit. Yeah. No, that's probably too much.
Like a tongueful?
Like just like a
like
little
a toothful.
like less than a toothpaste squirt, like a little, like
it's
a
a very
bead of it.
small amount. Well, your body's supposed to do it because it's supposed to. That is like cleaning.
Yeah, I understand the premise of it, and I always just thought that like as the act of going and you're getting kind of your urethra is widening, like maybe some might like seep out or whatever.
Mine happens like if I get a boner and things are like we're getting hot and heavy, I'll pre-cum right there. It's weird.
Whoa.
See, I do feel like your pre-cum scenario is not normal.
I'm a premature pre-ejaculator.
Whoa.
He pre.
And I wonder if this is the case too, because your dick is so long. I wonder if that pre-cum for you is just old cum from the last time because it's taken so long to get to the tip.
That is true. The size of your dick might have something to do with the amount of pre-cum that you have. Like,
I mean, it can only travel so fast. There's laws of physics here.
His pre-cum might be like just like a cum for us.
It's like,
This is the worst episode we've ever done. Can we? We said we were going to talk about that celebrity.
So not only you didn't get 2 episodes this week, you barely got 1, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
So I apologize. And on that note, let's see if we can continue with something even dirtier, a game that we have not played in quite some time, and we're calling it Vulgar Vocab. And in a nutshell, Dennis will be... Are you giving us the...
No, I just got a new YouTube comment.
Oh, you did? Anything good?
It just says, wow.
Oh, nice.
wow.
Okay. Is that a good or bad? Oh, you're holding it upside down. That actually says mom. But so are you giving us the word, or are you giving us...
I give you the word and then you
And let me preface this. I will take my phone ringing in the other room 15 times during the show, then Dennis constantly checking his
at one time,
phone through the show.
And just so the people know, like they might see me looking down at my phone to check, but I have the time going for the
So I'll
the
take
show.
the one little interruption, because every time he looks down at his phone, it completely derails every thought that I have.
Why?
So because I just know you're not focusing on the show, so then I'm automatically...
That's what Jake is here for.
So anyways, are we going to play this?
Is that why?
Are we going to play this game? Are we going to play this game?
Yeah.
Are you giving us the word or the definition?
I give you the word, you guess the definition. I've got 5 words as we've always done it. First word, asshole baby.
You said every time. I think we've only done it one time.
We've done this twice before.
I think we did it once.
No, you're wrong.
I don't know. But is an asshole baby, is that just a chocolate cream pie?
I'm going to take that as shit.
No. Asshole baby is when you come in somebody's asshole and they like shit it out like a cream pie. You know, like push it out.
The ass. Okay, well, those are two decent guesses, but the asshole baby is. You got something there?
No, I'm just.
It's when you become pregnant from having anal sex. That baby is known as an asshole baby.
But that's not.
I mean, it's not physically possible, but if it leaks out and maybe gets into the vagina, that's how I took it. It's this the questions or the statement is.
Can you use it in a sentence?
Yeah, we didn't have condoms and thought anal would be safer. Little Johnny's an asshole baby.
That is okay.
You don't like that one?
It's not that I don't like it. I just don't know that it's a real thing.
Yeah, if it was a real thing,
They don't all have to be.
I mean, I guess if you're doing it doggy and then you come in her ass and then it comes out and then leaks down into the puss.
That's how I imagined it. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
That's disturbing.
Okay. Second word is stop and go.
Stop and go.
That could be a billion things.
So give me your best definition.
I would say like you're about like you're having problems holding your load, so you keep
pause
stopping
for a minute.
and going.
Yeah.
What do you mean? Like
you're
about to come.
You're about to come, so you stop and then you go a little bit and then you have to stop again.
It is essentially that, but the stop and go is actually when you're masturbating. So when you're watching porn, you don't want to climax just yet, so you stop for a moment and then you go again. Yeah. Often repeated multiple times, used in a sentence. I was watching a really hot video last night, so hot I had to keep using the stop and go method.
Yeah, that's edging.
Yeah,
that
is. Man, I respect that.
Yeah.
I'm a big supporter.
You ever do that when you're watching a porn and you don't want to come yet? You want to wait for the good part. You know what I mean? Like I'm not gonna come while she's just blowing in. Fuck that. I'm gonna wait.
Do you guys usually try to plan it out so that you come when he comes?
Yeah.
Oh no.
Isn't that the best?
Yeah, that's neat. I'm gonna have to try that later.
It is the best. Okay, next word. Next word is friendship cuddle.
I feel like
that says,
I feel like that should be like this. You were made to tell us what this word is all about.
Isn't that what we're gonna do after the show?
Okay, I mean, it is what it is. It's the awkward cuddle between two friends who are trying not to go too far.
Okay.
So, in a nutshell, it sums up you. Yeah, it sums up you and Carmen's relationship.
That bitch. So I got two more for you. The first one, master weight.
Oh, sounds like it's directed at me on this one.
I would imagine that it has to do with something about like maybe masturbating with weights in your hands or something.
Okay. Oh, that's a good one. So with some wrist weights.
Yeah, so that you're getting more weight and also
it's like a workout for your wrists.
I'm gonna go with that's when you see. I'm taking weight the other way, as into pause to wait, so that you don't jerk off for a month and then
the master weight.
Yeah, I like that, but you're both wrong. You were more in the right direction, Jake. To masturbate is when you're jerking off and you're watching porn, but you have to wait because the video's buffering.
Oh man,
that is the master weight. And then the last one is, I just want to make sure I pronounce this right. Performance anxiety.
Well, I would imagine this is the same as what we talked about a couple weeks ago, being shit shy. Something about not being able to take a shit when you need to, or in front of other people, or something.
Okay, I'm gonna say this is when, because this is vulgar, so I'm gonna go with this is when you're trying to have sex and you're so nervous you shit.
I don't know why I like that definition, but
do you realize every time you laugh, you hold your heart like you're gonna die? You're like an old man. Like every time you laugh, you're like, oh.
I don't know if you realized your last laugh was on as well.
I'm actually feeling my nipple is what I'm doing.
Sorry. Carry on. What is performance?
You were right on the head, John. It's anxiety concerning the act of defecation, most often related to pooping in public restrooms. Used in a sentence is, I was at the game and I waited in line for a stall forever, but when I finally got in there, I got performance anxiety and I couldn't poop.
Is that all of them?
That's all five. We ripped right through those things.
I think we did good. Well, it is probably proper that we acknowledge we teased something in the beginning of the show that it doesn't look like we're probably going to get to.
Right.
So we were going to talk about Leonardo DiCaprio
winning an Oscar,
and then going on to
climate change
and things like that. Which the moral of the discussion was, I don't know if climate change or global warming is real.
Yeah, we were going to go back and forth on that, but
I think it was really Carmen's phone call that derailed the show completely.
That is right where we were heading, I think.
Yeah.
So are we just giving them a little bit at the end just to acknowledge
Well, the thing is, Leonardo DiCaprio came out strongly suggesting that there needs to be serious changes and that we need to do all this stuff because of climate change, when yet I've looked into it, and Leonardo DiCaprio is probably one of the leading contributors to climate change, or the CO2 emissions that are supposedly what causes it, because he has a yacht. I think it's one of the biggest yachts.
Yeah, it is. I have
in
a
the
picture of it
world. and the yacht uses so much fuel. It's got like a 1 mile per gallon fuel rate that it causes so many CO2 emissions, like the amount that the one yacht puts off.
And the thing that you were talking about earlier when we were talking about it before the show was that he just filmed that movie, The Revenant.
And he won the Oscar for.
And he even mentioned during it of how the climate was, so they had to change their location because of the climate.
But keep in mind, as Dennis was telling me before the show, he was being flown in and out of that location every day. So, I mean, it's not like he is practicing the most responsible, things to make this climate change situation any better, if it's even real.
Right. So to me, it's almost like, why go out there and that's like the meat man going out and saying we all need to be vegetarians. but I just won the hot dog eating competition yesterday.
Oh, that's what he's doing. He's telling everybody else, listen, guys, I'm burning so much gas. You all need to slow down. So I can keep doing it.
And the one thing that I really wanted to say is because I don't have a strong opinion either way because I'm just not that informed or don't understand. It just blows my mind that something can be so polarizing to the fact to where you can have scientists saying this is not only is this a thing, this is possibly the most important thing facing our world in the next 20 years. And then there's another sect of people who will say this is a big fake, this is a farce, this doesn't even exist.
Well, the truth is we can't deny the fact that the climate is changing. I think the debate is on the source. Is it a naturally occurring thing? Is it something that we're contributing to? Is it something that is entirely our fault? And that's the real question. But I mean, for me personally, we can see just throughout the millennia that the planet goes through cycles and changes all the time.
Yeah.
I don't think that what we're doing is helping at all. I do think we're hurting the environment, but I think either way, climate's changing, and that's just something that we have to deal with.
Yeah, there you go. And you guys, we paid off on our teas.
All right.
I feel really good about it.
Damn, we knocked that out. That was good work, boys.
Make sure you check out our website, thecrowdedtablepodcast.com. You can find all the episodes. You can find some bios. You can find everything you need to find for us. The links you can download for Android. You can get us on iTunes. We pretty much everything that we do comes out through Twitter. That is our main form of communication. We put the new episodes out there every Friday at 6:01 p.m. So make sure you follow the show account, which is at One Crowded Table. You can follow me personally at The John Senning.
You can follow me, Dennis, at Dennis_sucks.
And me, Jake, at TCT_Jake.
And if you're out and about in downtown St. Pete tomorrow night,
or tonight.
I won't be there, but tomorrow night you'll be able to find the three of us at the Rowdy's Den watching the UFC fight if you want to come say hey. Are you going to be there, Dennis? I mean, I told the people you were going to be there.
Yeah, you also told the people we were going to do 2 episodes this week. So.
We'll see you next week.
Her name was Lily, his was Todd, she was tall and he was odd. And all the other girls said she was too fat for the squad. She just wanted friends, yo, and he just wanted broads. He'd do anything for pussy, change his ways, he swear to God. He needs to straighten up, he isn't smart enough. I wouldn't be his date, he doesn't dress like us. Remember all the times that he got beat up on the bus. But what he learned from that was to be careful who you trust. He knew that they were wrong, so he took it with the yawn. He knew his time would come, yo, and he'd be moving on. So he locked himself inside the room and started writing songs. You could catch him in the back of class singing all along like, check the level cause something's coming over me. Check the level cause something's coming over me. Check the level cause something's coming over me. Something's got a hold of me, always controlling me. It's in the audio, it's in the air, it's in the way you move, it's everywhere. It's something beautiful that you don't know. So feel the audio and let it go. Yo, well back to Miss Lily when she used to let the days pass, sitting home alone, sucking food up off a placemat. Used to call her fat, so she started losing weight fast. Got took in debate class, and throw up when she ate last. She didn't know the things they said that left her hurting would actually turn out to make her a better person. Locked herself inside a room and got to the rehearsing. Walking down a runway in a dress she made from curtains. She was slimming up and she was tall enough. She became a model, she was paid and she was loved. See what you thought you knew about these two was giving up. Cause no matter what they said, these two just didn't give a fuck. They had it all along, they just figured it out. How to take the negativity and turn it all around. Now Lily's turning heads up on the runway in Milan. And Todd is selling millions while the fans sing along like, check the level cause something's coming over me. Check the level cause something's coming over me. Check the level cause something's coming over me. Something's got a hold of me, always controlling me. It's in the audio, it's in the air, it's in the way you move, it's everywhere. It's something beautiful that you don't know. So feel the audio and let it go. Well, it's the six-string slayer, the rhyme cultivator, picking homegrown rhymes straight out the incubator. Crossfade to the right while I slide to the left. There's something coming over me, controlling every breath. Gasping for air, my fears burn through. There's something in the audio that what they said was true. Full speed ahead, code red phase 2. The sound waves control the minds of me and you.
Y'all motherfuckers want some table scraps? Come get some.
Oh, John, I forgot to talk to you about something.
What? Oh, a little side something?
Yeah. You want to step away for just a quick sec?
What are you doing?
I mean, I don't know what he's talking about.
If I'm not like...
No, it'd be really funny, I think. Maybe.
Oh, I actually need to talk to you about something too, without Jake.
Do you guys need to talk about anything?
We usually do when we stand outside.
Yeah, that's afterwards, though. John, do you seriously want to step away for a quick second?
I'm scared. Dude, getting in and out of the seat is not the easiest thing
Do
ever.
you have your phone on you? You want me to just text it to you?
Can you just whisper it to me?
No, you guys should walk away. You should walk away.
All right, I'll walk away.
Sorry.
It's fine. Just don't spill your coffee.
I mean, I kind of like
Dude,
it.
What are you doing?
I kind of like it once I'm in the table, but I don't like getting in and out of it. So let's go with that. Okay.
And so now I'm all alone by myself, so I guess the table scraps will be just me talking about my own life.
This is Dennis's new special solo podcast.
They haven't left yet, so I'm not done talking until they shut the door. Okay, so it's just me. We already did an origin story about me, so I don't really know what else to talk about. John wants me to do mushrooms with him. If anyone's listening and they want to give me advice on mushrooms, I actually think if I take mushrooms, I want to take a lot, so that way I can see like crazy stuff. But he always tells me that I shouldn't do that, and then I'm not ever going to see hallucinations. I'll see like the floors will be waving like the ocean, or the lights will be really, really gleaming into my eyes. But I want to see dragons. I want it to be like medieval. Like, what if I dress up and I wear chains and on my body I wear armor and I just wear full steel armor? Would that make it more real? Oh God, they're back. Oh God, they're back. No, nothing. I was just talking about myself, really. I didn't talk any shit about you guys, honestly. So what was it?
Nothing. Why would we walk away to talk if we were just going to come back and tell you what it was?
I don't like it already. I don't like what it is. Is it funny or is it stupid?
I thought it was pretty damn funny, actually. What's going on here? Why can't I hear myself?
I don't know. Are your headphones on? You're plugged in.
You guys have a buzz? Do you hear a big buzz?
Dude,
Yeah,
I don't have
there's a slight
anything.
buzz.
Oh, there it is. There it is.
Dude, your headphones are fucked.
There it is. Check, check.